Awesome. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Tuesday night Own Your Own Life event with the Soul Project. Thank you so much for joining us and hopefully getting guided here to live a better next level life. So my name's Katrina Stark. I founded the Soul Project almost 3 years ago now because I was so tired of living the same day over and over again. You know, I was so sick of not spending time with my family, of stressing out about finances, and doing jobs that I really didn't enjoy just to get a wage. I was actually running 2 businesses at that time. One of them was family daycare and the other one was owning a dance studio. And while I enjoyed the actual work, I hated all the red tape that came with it. I hated that I never got holidays. I hated that I was always constantly waiting on people to pay me. I hated that I didn't have annual leave, or even if I did, I was restricted to so many weeks a year. And I just realized that I am not the type of person that can live inside that box. So I created the Soul Project, and I've been blown away since by how many people are exactly like me. How many people are ready to own their own life back and to really take control of their finances. So the way that we do it is we work online. We're going to talk a little bit about the 2 sides to the Soul Project tonight. The first one is our Wholesome program, which talks about your health. Now, because obviously the Soul Project is big on the spiritual side, we want to combine mind, body, and spirit to be able to have that full health. Not just about how you look, not just about exercise. We want to go right down to your mental health, your spiritual health, your connection to yourself, what you're putting inside your body, and of course then how you're moving it around every day and taking care of yourself. I truly do think that that is the most, productive way to look after your health. It definitely is the catalyst to so much more in life as well. So that is our online health program. And then we have the second part of that, which is becoming a wellness coach with us to create income behind the scenes. So what's cool about that is online income means flexibility. It means that you can create your own income, you can create your own hours, you can create your own holidays, and you really can create your own financial independence. You're going to hear from some stories tonight about some ladies and gents who are doing just that. So please keep an open mind. Remember, times are changing. We are looking online for so much more right now. Why shouldn't we look online for our health programs and also our income and freedom as well? So I'm going to shoot on over to Ashi first and foremost, and she's going to explain a little bit about the Soul Project program and the awesome products we use behind them called Juice Plus. Ashi, the floor is all yours, darling.
Awesome. Hey guys. So basically, it's pretty prevalent in today's society that we're moving towards more packaged foods, more processed foods, less whole foods. We're getting sicker, not healthier. Everything's for convenience rather than health. So when you look around, you see a lot of cancer, obesity, autoimmune conditions, skin conditions, inflammation, weight. We've got so many different conditions on the rise. And then you look at children, and we've got a lot of disorders in children as well. So it is pretty clear that we are getting sicker, not healthier, because our food is changing, the world is changing, and unfortunately, we just aren't living our best lives. So really, the Soul Project is made up of a bunch of different recipes, different programs to support your whole mind, body, soul, because we find that when you combine all 3, mind, body, soul, it really complements your life. It really allows you to show up as your best version, which flows on throughout your whole life, which flows on through your relationships, through your everyday life, your clarity of your mind, how you're showing up, how you're thinking, how clearly you're going about life. So it really does have a flow-on effect on your life. So basically, our program is literally moving towards whole food and less towards packaged food. So we do have hundreds of whole food recipes allowing you to introduce a whole food culture into your family. So their kid family, their husband friendly, there's Christmas guides, there's entertaining guides, and all sorts of things so that you're introducing more whole food into your body and into your family. We also do have exercise and meal plans so that you're allowing yourself a healthier lifestyle. We do also have meal guides, mindfulness plans, so mindfulness including self-love and gratitude guides as well. So it really is a holistic package, all online. So it's all lifetime access, so you're allowed to really access at any time. We do have online support and online health coaches, which we will go into as well. But what we have found is a product that supports our program, our online program. Now, that product is Juice Plus. This is what it looks like here. This is the main product, our fruits, veggies and berries. I know I was skeptical too, but it is pretty clear that we're not eating what we should. So this really does bridge that gap between what we should be eating and what we are really eating. So literally the essence of 30 whole fruits and veggies, vine ripened, picked at their peak ripeness, juiced, pulped, dehydrated, the sugar, the water, and all of that sugar is taken out with the water, and you're left with the dehydrated powder form put into a vegan capsule, which is beautiful because it's giving you the phytonutrients, the live enzymes, and everything you need from its rawest form. It has the seeds, the stem, the skin, and every little bit of that fruit and veggie that holds nutrition is inside that little capsule, which is beautiful because quite often, if you know the power of juicing, if you know the power of fruits and veggies, all you need to do is Google the power of fruits and veggies. And quite often we are throwing away all of that nutrition that is actually held inside the stem, inside the seeds, inside the skin, the peel. We're throwing all of that away so that we're not seeing all of the nutritional benefits that is happening from all of the fruits and veggies. So that is a beautiful way to supplement that. We also do find, when I first started, I found that a lot of what we're buying in stores at the moment is picked way too early. So we think that we're doing a pretty good job. We think that we should be why not just eat the real food? If we were doing that, we wouldn't be as sick as we were. So a lot of what we do and we go and buy is picked 4 to 6 weeks too early. It's then sat in storage sheds and cold stores, and it's injected with colour and gas ripened and wax and chemicals and herbicides so that it looks nice and shiny on the shelf. But of course, when you go and buy that and you put it in your fridge, it goes off pretty quickly. So we're not having that highest level of nutrition enter our bodies and enter our cells. So Juice Plus really ensures that you're getting the complete nutrition from those 30 whole varieties of fruits and veggies into your body on a cellular and DNA level, which is phenomenal because it is changing over your cellular structure. It allows for 100% cell rejuvenation. They have over 35 peer-reviewed studies done on the product, so it's not just a fad. They have been around for over 30 years, so it is something that is backed by science and backed by doctors, which is a big tick in my box. Now, what I do love is that children do eat free. So if you have children, we do know how fussy they are, and they do get free kids products, which is awesome because we know how fussy they are. We know how hard it is to get them to eat their fruits and veggies. They come in a little chewable form of the capsules. Vegan and ensure varieties of whole fruits and veggies inside their bodies before they even start the day. They have one of the largest child's health study programs as well with that. So that ensures that their behaviour, they're really seeing the changes in their diet, their cravings. They're craving more whole fruits and veggies. They're drinking more water. They're having less days off school. All sorts of things like that is in this study, which you can find as well. What I love is we do have a plant-based omega as well. So if those of you know of your fish oils or your omegas, a lot of the fish oils do contain mercury and different chemicals from the ocean. And of course, if you are vegan or if you don't like that fishy aftertaste, a vegan omega is a beautiful source. It is omega blend, so it's not just your omega-3. And it does ensure that you are getting that healthy heart, healthy eye health, depressions, mood, skin, hair, nails, all of those beautiful things. You could imagine what you're doing inside your body when you're flooding your body full of these nutrients. Last but not least are our whole food nutrients. So these are our plant-based powders, 100% vegan and plant-based as well. So it's literally protein, carbs and fats all in a yummy shake. They come in vanilla and chocolate. What I love is that children love this. All of our products are breastfeeding and pregnant safe as well. They are ensuring that you're nourishing your body well so that you are able to carry, so that you are able to nourish your baby properly. And what I love is that children think that they're actually having a chocolate or vanilla milkshake, but what they're having is things like mushrooms, spirulina, yucca, amaranth, quinoa, peas, chickpea, all these beautiful things that maybe your children may not ever touch on their plate. So it is really cool to be able to flood your children and yourself with all of these nutrients with our products. Literally only 3 products, nice and easy. You're getting over 50 varieties of fruits, veggies, berries, grains, and whole food into your body before the day is even started, which is beautiful. When you flood your body full of these nutrients, you begin to crave a healthier lifestyle. You begin to show up as a better version of yourself. And things start to really flow better in your life, because we know that health really is our major asset here and we take it for granted so often. So it is beautiful once you start flooding yourself full of this goodness, how much you're really thriving in your life in general, and the connections that you make is beautiful. So what I'm going to do is we're going to hear from a few stories of some ladies that have been on our products for a little while. So I'm going to pass it over to Jo, and Jo's going to share a little bit about her story and what she's found being on the product and program.
Cool. Thanks, Ash. Hi, everyone. So I started taking the capsules earlier this year at the end of March, initially for more energy and better sleep, which I felt within the first couple of weeks. But the main reason was to help with my cycles and period pain. So I got diagnosed with endometriosis at the end of 2016. So it's a condition where the lining of your uterus grows in places that it doesn't, and it can cause a lot of pain. So after my surgery, my pain didn't really get that much better. I was expecting it to all be completely gone, so I was in for a bit of a rude awakening. But it was a little bit better, but I'd still get pretty intense pain for at least a couple of days per cycle, as well as sort of randomly and very unpredictably at other times as well. So it would come on very intensely all of a sudden. My stomach would get really bloated and would hurt to touch. It would give me headaches and just make me really exhausted, as well as really frustrated, because I always knew that, you know, it's a cycle, it's going to come back around. And always having painkillers on me, and sort of not really knowing when it would start and how long it would last was really annoying. So after a couple of months of being on the products, I really started noticing that my symptoms were getting a lot more relaxed, for lack of a better word. My PMS, which I'd get a couple of days before, I'd usually get either really emotional or angry over nothing, which I knew wasn't me, and was just part of that, which sort of almost disappeared, which was really nice because it's not a fun thing to deal with. And yeah, I don't really have to take many painkillers at all anymore. I do still get a little bit of pain sometimes, but it's definitely not as intense or long lasting. It usually clears up pretty quickly. And yeah, like I can go to the gym and do exercise and do all that sort of stuff anytime now, which I definitely couldn't before, when I was all, you know, sore and bloated and just coming home and crawling into bed. So it's made a massive difference. I don't think there's definitely nothing else that would have helped. And yeah, I'm so excited to see more improvements in the next few months and years. So I love them, and yeah, I'll be taking them for the rest of my life. So I think now we're going to hear from Ash, who's going to talk about her product story as well.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Jo. I always love hearing your story, and I'm so happy for you. That's awesome. And thanks everyone for joining us. I'm just going to talk a little bit about my journey. You know, as a kid growing up, I didn't really know too much about health or, you know, how to, you know, continue that on with my own children because it wasn't really in my life. But, you know, bringing a new health culture into my family has definitely been my greatest achievements because, like, you know, like Ash said, kids are so fussy and it's so hard to get all the nutrients we need into them every day. But, you know, I'm just loving not having to stress, you know, overseeing my babies sick all the time. You know, they have barely been sick since being on the fruit and veg chews, which is crazy because, you know, seeing as I have 6 kids, usually it catches on, and usually it catches on for a while. Sometimes it can double up and, you know, go back through the kids again and me and my partner. So, you know, that's definitely one of the reasons why I wanted to jump on board and check out the products, because my kids definitely weren't getting enough fruit and veg. Well, our whole family wasn't. So this has been pretty cool. You know, my kids just make better choices now. You know, they opt for fruit and veg over the rubbish that they're used to. They always drink heaps of water now. I'm not like threatening them to drink water. But, you know, and I'm also really proud of how they're doing at school lately. I'm not saying they were struggling, but, you know, they definitely weren't high achievers at the time. But this year they're just, you know, doing amazing. And we've been on the product since for about 7 months now. So, yeah, they're really taking on this new health culture really well, and I'm so proud of them. But, you know, my partner also gets chronic migraines where he has to be, you know, locked in a room, in a dark room with minimal noise, which in my house, in the madhouse, is you know, that's impossible. So it was really hard for him to get through that. And, you know, when he was sick, it debilitated the whole family, you know, when he had a migraine, because it could go for days. And he's our only, you know, income at the time. So it was really nice to see something, you know, something that we've been struggling with for a while, and for him to get success through our products is really amazing, you know. So I'm loving having nails for the first time. They're not that long at the moment because I just chopped them, but first time ever that I've had nails. You know, my hair is soft even though I do bleach my hair. My skin feels amazing even though I do indulge in makeup. It's my little, you know, my little passion. I love doing it. And weight loss, like I lost weight and that wasn't even my intention. I was just looking for more energy, a better night's sleep, you know, so I can look after the tribe to the best of my ability. But yeah, my energy levels are through the roof. You know, even though I still have very minimal sleep, I wake up feeling refreshed and ready for my day. So, you know, like I said, we've been taking them for 7 months now, and we will definitely never stop taking them. They've given my family, you know, so many health benefits, you know, already, and our health journey really has just started. And as a mum, it's just really nice to know, you know, that together as a family, we're healing from the inside out. It's just amazing, and I'm really blessed that these came across my path. So I'm going to pass it over to the beautiful Jose, and she's going to explain a bit about our business model.
Awesome. Thanks, Ash. Yeah, so hearing stories like the ones we have just heard, it shows the importance of having you know, everyday normal people join the business and share their stories and get different stories out there for those that are either looking for something or wanting to know a little bit more. I know myself, when I first jumped in, I was on the products, and Kat actually introduced me to the business and said, you know, there's a business behind it. And of course, at the start, I was just like, not a chance. The whole idea of online work didn't really sit well with me, and I was skeptical. The whole idea of it made no sense. And it wasn't until I had it shown to me that I truly understood what was possible in this business. So I'm a very visual person. I need it shown to me. So I think the best way for me to explain it is just to draw it for you. And I'll use my current situation. I'm still in traditional 9 to 5. I'm in the recruitment industry. So for anyone who knows the recruitment industry, it's quite a crazy job to be in. It's very time demanding, if we'll say. But if I use it as in the example, so for traditional business, I come in down the bottom. So I came in as just general admin staff, and that definitely wasn't where I wanted to stay. Sorry, I'll just move back a little bit. So I worked my way up. I thought, no, I definitely want to be a recruitment consultant. I thought that title, it sounds amazing. I'm going to be important. I'm going to be in the corporate world. And I worked my way up to recruitment consultant. But when I got there, I was also handed a phone that they could call me on whenever they wanted, which they did. But the money didn't really change either. So the money was still very average. I was still getting 4 weeks a year annual leave. And I was still changing, I was working an hour of my time for $1 figure. And it was a crappy $1 figure. I wasn't happy. A passion of mine is traveling. And I know that 4 weeks a year was not going to get me the travel that I wanted. So I thought, I want to be more important. I'm going to step up again. So I put my name down. There was a role going in HR. So that was the role above. So we've got the CEO at the top, head management, HR, and then I was underneath. And I thought, I'm going for that role. So I applied and, I spoke with my manager and I had an interview for the role. But sadly, a lady came in above me. So externally, she came in and she's now above me. And it was a real kick in the guts. I felt very underappreciated, and I sort of realised I was just a number in the system, and it did hurt. I thought I was sort of worth a bit more than that. So when I saw the business structure behind the online business, I thought that makes total sense to me. So we all come in down the bottom. So the doctor, PT, me, 23-year-old in the corporate world, stay-at-home mum, anyone. They come down at the bottom, which is really cool. And in order to work your way up, you need to reach down and help people move up as well. So it's called a teaching business. So if you want to just earn, say, $500 a month, put a little bit towards the groceries, put a little bit towards the rent or the mortgage, then you can, and that's fine. But if you want to also reach our pinnacle position, which is NMD, National Marketing Director, you don't really need to know what that means, but you just need to know that that's unlimited. So if everyone on this call tonight wants to be NMD, they can be. It's not capped. So the position's unlimited, and anyone can get there. They just have to reach down and help people up. So if you're either here or here, if you're earning $500 a month or, $5,000 a month, we're going to love on you just the same, which is really, really cool. It's the community behind it's very supporting, and that's definitely the best part about it, I think, is you've got so many like-minded people around you that are doing the same thing and are wanting the same thing. They're wanting good for you, which is awesome. So that was all well and good. And I thought, yeah, I could see myself doing it, but I don't know anyone. So that whole thing just scared me. And I thought, yeah, well, I'm not going to get to NMD because I don't know enough people. And the funny thing is, I didn't need to know enough people. So at the start, there was me, happy little me, and I reached out to Eb. So I then reached out to Briar and Angie. So then from there, they've all both reached out to extra people. So more people. I reached out to Kat, to Ash. Eb's reached out to 2 people, and all of a sudden, it's popcorned. So it's what we call the popcorn effect. So it started off as myself, and I've linked arms with, say, 3-4 people, and all of a sudden it's just popcorned out. So you don't need to be a celebrity. You don't need to be anyone special. The awesome thing with this business is we are just everyday normal people. We're just living epic lives, which is really cool. So enough from me. I'll hand it back over to Kat, and she'll explain how we get paid in the business, which is obviously the fun part. So I'll hand it back to you, Kat.
Yay! Thanks so much, darling. I know I get to talk about the fun part. These ladies have done a fabulous job sharing their product and business stories, which is so exciting. But I think it's really important that everybody understands where the money comes from, because it is one of the biggest misconceptions when we talk about online work. So the cool part about this industry is that we normally get paid more ways than just one. So we don't receive just a normal boring wage. We actually have multiple avenues that we can create success in, which leaves us with freedom, right? There's a few different ways that we can do it. But what I found is that, so if we just take Juice Plus, which is the main company that we work with, Juice Plus has been around for 3 decades. And in those 3 decades, they have been solely a direct selling company. So when they sell products, it's not through fancy avenues like billboards, celebrity endorsing, TV ads, magazine pages, all sorts of stuff that costs millions and millions of dollars every year. What they do is they keep all that money that they would normally spend in advertising, and they pay it to the customers who are using the product and sharing their honest results. And to me, I just think that that makes perfect sense. It is the way that things are going to gravitate towards, because with social media these days, the power of the person is so much more important than the power of the TV or the magazine or anything like that, because we literally are becoming our own walking, talking, advertising, business cards. So the cool part about that is that organically, most of us already advertise things without even noticing. If we see a good movie, we talk about it and we put it on our Facebook. If we take a product, we, use it and put it in our Instagram story. If we have a really good meal, we take a photo of it and put it on Instagram. It happens, and we trust it because we know and love those people. So when we see that they're enjoying it, we want to try it as well. So Juice Plus has understood this for way longer than anybody else. And what they do is they pay you 3 ways just by sharing your results. So if you share your results and somebody around you wants to jump on the program with you, then you get retail profit for recommending that they do so. You don't have to ship, stock, hold, take payment, do anything like that. Juice Plus does all the hard work. You just put in your software, Joanne wants to have the product, can you ship it to her? And they put money in your bank account for doing so, which is really cool. Then we also get called a performance bonus. So like Josie showed, we can create a popcorn. We can link arms with other just normal people who want to create extra freedom online. We can teach them how to do it. And depending how well we teach them, out of this income over here, Juice Plus will pay us a percentage of the business that we're creating underneath us, which is so cool. It doesn't come from anybody else underneath us. In fact, it comes from the business firsthand. And I think that's so important because it means the people that I'm teaching can create their own business, but I can also get rewarded financially for going into that manager position and helping them achieve their goals. Then the third way that I'm going to talk about is our bonus. Now, this is super fun. It's the fun one that I'm going to explain tonight, but bear in mind that there is 3 initial ways that we get paid. It does open up to 6 eventually as you work your way up to NMD, but the basic 3 ways. So even though these figures look fun, remember it is just 1/3 of the way that money can land in your bank account. So within your first, week, some people do it in a day, we're generally earning our position of DVF, which is a $100 bonus. Now that doesn't seem like a lot, but it's a really nice amount to get back in your bank account to think, cool, this is real. This is earning me money. I'm going to jump in a little bit harder. Now the second promotion is SDVF, which is Senior Direct Virtual Franchisee. You don't need to worry about all these titles, but just know that when you do achieve that within your first month or 2, you're going to earn a $400 bonus. Now, like Josie said, this is a teaching business, so we actually get paid to help teach people as well. So when they make $400, we get paid $400 for helping them learn how to do it. which is really cool because it means that there's someone invested in your success. Yeah, if they help you, if they look after you, if they support you and help you guide towards wins, they get paid as well. So the next one is sales coordinator. It's a $600 bonus and $600 every time you help someone achieve it. Then we move on to senior sales coordinator, which is a $1,200 bonus and $1,200 every time you teach someone. Now, the cool part about this is they're exponential. So if you want to create some really cool income, if you've got a holiday, if you've got a goal, if you've got a credit card you want to pay off and you know how much you need, you can easily go out there and help other people with their hands up who want change, and you can create some really cool bonuses each month. Now, next position is QNMD, Qualifying National Marketing Director. It's a $1,500 bonus and $1,500 every time you teach someone. Then, of course, we have our pinnacle position, which is NMD, National Marketing Director, and it's a $3,000 bonus. Even though that looks really nice, what's nicer is that in this position, so our second way of getting paid, around $8,000 to $10,000 residual as a base is landing in your bank account every month. So if you add that up, that's around a six-figure income a year that's coming in from your team's performance. So on top of that, you can refer people, earn extra money. You can also make more bonuses and make extra money, which is going to make this residual check even bigger. Now, I think it's really important just to highlight a little bit around the importance of residual income, especially if you're like me and you don't want to fit into a box. If you want to live life and do the things that you love, you need to be able to have a strong, secure connection to a form of income that's passively landing in your bank account. Now, the beauty of this kind of business is you can work a strong 3 to 5 years and create a team and create a legacy that will pay you for the rest of your life. Now, I know firsthand what that's like because, like I mentioned, I'm almost 3 years in, and I went from being a struggling mum who was literally just earning enough to make ends meet. I was literally just making it happen, to being able to earn a six-figure with an NMD position. So for me, that was 18 months worth of work. As I've said, it's pretty much doubled every year since, and it really has created so much extra choices for me and my girls. And now I love passing it on to other people because I just wish more people knew about how cool it is. So I'm going to shoot on over right now. We're going to hear from Abby, and she's going to share a little bit about what she's noticed since she's joined the business because she has a really cool story, very different to mine. And then we're going to hear from our beautiful Ash. She's going to wrap it up for us. So thank you so much for your patience, guys. Abby, the floor is all yours.
Hey everyone, I'm Abby. Thank you so much, Kat. Yeah, my story is a little bit different. So I'm from Australia as well. I'm currently in the UK though, and I have a travel heart. I've wanted to travel all my life, and I actually did it. I left Australia 2 years ago, and in doing so, left behind everything, left behind my job, my family, everything like that. And I came over here and I traveled around Europe for 5 months, living off the savings that I'd saved my whole life to earn. And then basically I did the 5 months of travel, ran out of money, moved to London, and got pretty much all of the traveler jobs that you could imagine. So I ended up becoming a nanny when I first moved here. I just started working in a bar because I knew hospitality. And also I did like a street fundraising job. So all of the jobs that I was doing hardly earned me enough money to even pay rent in this city. It's one of the most expensive cities ever. And also it just wasn't really serving me the kind of work that I was doing because I was such a traveler at heart and I knew that I didn't want to be stuck to one place. I hated the idea that I had to go in and work for, you know, a certain amount of time every single day and come home to not even have any time to sleep or think or do any of the things that I love doing because I was dedicating it all to work. And I was always like, okay, cool. Well, I need to find a passion, I need to find a purpose, and I need to find something that I really, really love. Being Generation Y, I'm like mission and purpose driven. And not having a mission and not having a purpose was something that really frustrated me for a long time. And I was like wondering when it was going to be a time that I could actually be in a position or in a job that I absolutely loved and that I felt like I was actually giving back and actually serving this world and being of service. So It was about March time this year when I was introduced to this, and at the time I'd pretty much hit rock bottom in London. Really overworked. I was overexhausted with the things I was doing. I was really unhappy with where I was with everything, because even though I was traveling and even though I was, living the overseas life that I'd always dreamed of, there was something missing, and what I was doing just wasn't serving me, and it just wasn't creating that purpose that I knew that I could have for this world. And also it was just a bit dogmatic, the way that the businesses work and the way that any position that I've been in works. You get to a point and it's like you can't progress any further past that point unless you've been doing it for like tens of years. And as one of the girls mentioned before, even if you do dedicate your time and energy into a business, sometimes they do come in and do this. And I always had an idea that online work would be an amazing thing. I just didn't have a clue what to do. So when this was introduced to me by my friend Lauren, who we just met through social media, at the time I was sketching out so many different business opportunities and ideas, with no job, mind you, because I just decided to quit knowing that it was enough. I really took a look at this and I was like, you know what, I'm actually just going to do it. I'm going to see how it goes. And in doing so, I didn't even realize that what I've been able to achieve could have even been possible. And I'm not talking about the money. The money is amazing. But what I'm talking about is the sense of community that I've never ever felt in my life, is the sense of friendships that I've been able to create through the business with what I work with, and even just my customers and even just people that I'm meeting daily through this. So the community, the love, everything that's been able to give me. I've been to conference in Barcelona, so I've been able to take trips. I've been able to meet other people who I'm now working with that were in different parts of the world and meet together, which has been absolutely amazing. And I know now I'm actually leaving London tomorrow. I'm going to be heading back home for a bit. And I know that I'm going to be able to go and be in Singapore for a few days and be able to work and earn money. I'm going to be able to go to Australia and live and work and earn money online. I don't have to worry about, getting this 9-to-5 job anymore. I can pick up some part-time work here and there until I get to the position I want to be in. But I really have this freedom now to know that, by March next year, I've got a ticket booked to Bali and I'm happy to just go and move and live over there without the stress of, oh my God, what am I going to do for work? And oh my God, I need a career. So this business has opened up so much for me, and it's opened up a passion that I never knew I had. So above everything, that's been the most amazing thing. But there's another girl on who has also an amazing story. I'm going to pass over to Ash so that she can share her lovely story.
Awesome, love it. Thanks for sharing. So it is pretty clear how phenomenal this really is and how much it really does change lives. Very similar. I came from a background of not loving my job, not loving my boss, really hating where I was at, living week to week, mundane life. I loved travel, but never knew how I was going to afford that. And fast forward to almost a year later, I've been able to travel New Zealand for about 6 months in my van. I've been able to go to Indonesia and call Indonesia my home for a few months. I've been able to do a yoga course through that, which is my heart and passion, which I've always wanted to do, but never had the funds or time off to do it. So literally it does change so many lives. I've changed as a person. I've seen so many lives change through this. I've helped change lives, which is incredible to know that it's not just you in this. It's not just an income. It's not just helping yourself, but you're helping so many others in the process. You're helping bring an income to someone's life. You're helping change someone's life through their health, through their bank account. You're helping people travel and achieve their dreams. So it's incredible to see how much this really does impact people and how much this has changed me on such a wide scale. And it literally took me 6 months of doing this pretty much an hour a day. I thought I didn't have time to do something like this. My life was pretty chaotic, but I found time. I found those stolen moments in the day and created an epic business through this, through just openly wanting to love on people, share this with people, and share the mission of dreaming bigger, living epic lives. So that's about it from us. We encourage you guys to ask more questions. If any of this makes sense, please get your questions answered. If anything resonated with you tonight, if there's any alarm bells going off in your head, or if your soul is just screaming out from the inside, please get your questions answered. There's nothing worse than sitting on the fence like most of us did. And I wish I had taken this sooner. So it is pretty incredible, the stories that we've heard tonight. So thank you all for sharing. And I will pass it back to Kat. We thank you so much for your time here tonight and for watching this recording. If you're watching the recording, get your questions answered. Why not dream bigger? Why not dream for an even epic life? Because life is pretty short, so why live it in your comfort box?
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Well, I don't have to say anything else because my amazing team have said it all for me. If you want to know more about what we do, come and chat to us. Just remember, though, times are changing. You know, unfortunately, people don't understand online work right now, and that's okay. They probably just haven't had it explained, just like you have. They haven't met the people, heard the stories, and seen it real life. There's nothing about this tonight that you guys can deny. You know, the stories are real. So come and have a chat to us and let us explain how we can help you create success as well. So thank you so much, guys.